All right, now we'll start the left out topic, which is topic number 3, offense against public tranquility. Okay, so it's a very small topic, and during when my college had the syllabus, this particular portion was very small, so the notes will be quite less than other topics. Okay, so we'll directly jump into it. Draw a line. All right. So section 141 defines unlawful assembly, which is the offense against public tranquility. All right. Section 141 is talking about unlawful assembly. Now, most of this implementation I was hearing during the COVID time. So they were trying to, stop people to get together so that the virus should not get more transferred to other people. So let's see what this definition is saying. An abatement, an assembly of 5 or more persons is considered unlawful if the common object of the assembly is to disturb the public peace, commit an offense, cause or attempt to cause illegal deprivation of property through intimidation, obstruction, violence, or other illegal means, wage war against the government of India. So these four are the points which comes under unlawful assembly. Right. We'll see a small explanation about it. A lawful assembly can turn into an unlawful assembly if the common object changes or if the members of the assembly start acting in a way that suggests they intend to achieve any of the unlawful objectives mentioned above. An assembly that starts for a lawful purpose can also become unlawful if the members resort to violence or intimidation. For instance, a gathering to protest a government policy might be lawful initially, but it could become unlawful if the members turn violent or to try to block roads. So, blocking roads is unlawful, okay, because it is causing harm or it is causing disturb in the public. So that is the reason unlawful assembly is mentioned in this particular section number 141. So what are the punishment for it? So section 147, imprisonment up to 1 month or fine up to 100 or both for being a member of an unlawful assembly. So just being a part of an assembly which is unlawful, you are imprisoned. Section 148, imprisonment up to 6 months or fine or both for rioting or being a member of an unlawful assembly that rioted. So in riots, if someone is being a part of the people, then they can be punished. Okay, so I'll just mention that here. Punishment for unlawful assembly. So section 147 deals for the imprisonment of 1 month. Okay. Imprisonment. And then section 148 is a little bit more rigorous than the unlawful assembly. Okay. Related section, being a member of an unlawful assembly after it has been commanded to disperse. Section 43 punishment for unlawful assembly when armed with deadly weapon. So if an unlawful like if a bunch of people are assembling in a place with some weapons like knives or some things which can harm, that can be punishable. Section 144, inquiry to unlawful assemblies and direction to disperse. Then section 145 says forcibly resisting the dispersal of an unlawful assembly. So that's where like the police they usually use water or like the rubber bullets to disperse the assembly of people who have come together. Rioting, destroying property, or using violence to prevent lawful acts. So 146 section will discuss about rioting, about destroying. So riot we'll have a separate definition. We'll look into it. Section 149, offending by joining or continuing in an assembly knowing it has been declared unlawful. So that also will come under unlawful assembly and it will be punishable. It's an offense. Okay, so we will now see uh, riot. What is riot? The definition of riot is an unlawful assembly that uses force or violence to achieve its common object. So the elements of riot will look right now. Okay, riot, which is dealt in section 146. What are the key elements? They are: number one, unlawful assembly. Okay. Number two is use of force or violence. Number three is common object. So if these three things come, then that becomes a riot. So what is the punishment for riots? Same as unlawful assembly, like which was mentioned in section 147 and 148. Here we can see, yeah, 147 is punishment for being a member of an unlawful assembly. 148 is more severe punishment for rioting or being a member of an unlawful assembly. 149 is offense for joining or continuing in an assembly knowing it has been declared unlawful. And then 50 and 51 says hiring or engaging someone to join the riot. Even to hire someone, it is also an offense against public tranquility. And then knowingly joining or continuing in an assembly after it has been lawfully commanded to disperse. So a lot of times in cities, in places, they will the police or the district collector will already announce that you should not be joining together more than 4 people. Knowing that it's already said and still people if they are doing, then that will become section 150 151 and unlawful assembly and it can turn into a riot. Okay.